How's it going, everybody? I'm the big guy. Welcome to Wrestling Made Simple. Did you enjoy our new theme song, Tiger Blood Jewel, Behind the Line? That's right, I have a theme song now, ladies and gentlemen. That is from Epidemic Sounds, a full, unlicensed, where I could play it very easily without getting copyrighted or anything. So, thank you to Tiger Blood Jewel for their song, Behind the Line, our new theme song. We finally got a theme song on episode 25 of Wrestling Made Simple. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to episode 25. So, let's get right into it. We got the news of the week, followed by your Smackdown and Raw review. Then we got your Crown Jewel 2021 review. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going right into Survivor Series season after that with the first ever Survivor Series pay-per-view review, followed by your WWE Drink of the Week, and then, of course, a reading from the Book of Rules, followed by your Battle Droid of the Week. But let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Your news of the week this week. First off, Charlotte Flair has massive backstage heat, nuclear-sized heat, even worse than when Enzo Amore was with WWE. I mean, her heat is so hot, I am getting burned just talking about it. For those of you who don't know what heat is anger, it is hate, it is basically being a bad guy, but you were not supposed to have heat backstage, and Charlotte Flair has gained heat. No one wants to work with her. That is the talk that's going around. Several reporters have gone backstage trying to find what is going on. Apparently, she has usurped everyone, trying to get her creative control going. She has gone into nuclear Charlotte mode to where she feels she is better than everyone else. She feels she is better than anyone. Apparently, the talk is she does not want to be there. She is ready to leave WWE for her own goals. Maybe she'll go AEW. I don't know. But we will need to wait and see how that story develops. Secondly, congratulations to Christian Cage. That's right, Christian in WWE. Christian Cage on the independent scene. Christian Cage is now main evented 3 different promotions pay-per-views. No one has ever done that before. He has done it in 2021. He did it for the Royal Rumble in WWE. He did it for All Out against Kenny Omega, where he lost the AEW World Championship. And he just did it in Bound for Glory, where he defended the World Championship against Josh Alexander and lost. So congratulations to Christian Cage for his monumentous goal achieved. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your final story of the week. WrestleMania 38, emanating from Dallas, will be 2 nights. That is right. WWE has apparently listened to the fans, and they have decided to go for 2 nights. I prefer 1 night, but you know what? I'll let you know how it is when I come from Dallas, because I will be at WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. If you see me, or if you recognize the voice, feel free to come up and take a picture. I don't know if I have enough listeners for that yet. Maybe I'll get lucky and somebody will recognize me. Maybe. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to your Smackdown review. The post-Crown Jewel Smackdown. Tonight's Smackdown kicked off with Roman Reigns saying he has smashed every opponent, defended the title against anyone who has come against him, and he will destroy anyone. He then asked Paul Heyman to read what Brock Lesnar said to him. Brock Lesnar said, "The second I get on SmackDown, I am going to smash Roman Reigns." And Brock Lesnar was nowhere to be seen. Roman Reigns is saying, "Come on out, Brock Lesnar. I'll stand out here all night if I have to. I'll wait for you." And sure enough, within 2 minutes, I was sitting with my buddy in my other job, and we're watching this. And he says, "Oh, he's going to come out. It's going to be fucking hilarious." So sure enough, he comes out. My buddy starts laughing. I'm like, yeah, you're just starting to watch wrestling. I get it. and he starts beating the crap out of Roman Reigns. The Usos tried to save Roman Reigns, but Brock Lesnar took them out as well. Officials came out to stop Brock Lesnar, but he basically just threw him to the side. After this, Adam Pearce came out and said Brock Lesnar has endangered the WWE Universe, and because of that, he must be suspended indefinitely. After this, Brock Lesnar came back out and said, I didn't hear you. What did you say to me? And as Adam Pearce said it again, Brock Lesnar stood back for a second like he was going to leave him alone, but then picked up Adam Pearce and hit him with an F5! And Adam Pearce would be out of action for the rest of the night and into Monday Night Raw. After this, we got Drew McIntyre's Smackdown debut against Sami Zayn, with Sami Zayn debuting a new theme song. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the new era has new theme songs, not just for me, but for Sami Zayn, maybe Carmella. I have not got confirmed if that is a new theme song. It seemed like a new theme song to me on Monday Night Raw, but please let me know in the comments down below if it was, if you noticed that. So Drew McIntyre was able to defeat Sami Zayn in a very good match. Sami Zayn, one of the master in-ring competitors, and Drew McIntyre, someone who's been honing his craft ever since coming back to WWE, was able to have a great match, and Drew McIntyre would defeat Sami Zayn. After this, we had Xavier Woods' official King of the Ring coronation with Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston would come out first and would ask the crowd to kneel and address the new King of the Ring, Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods said this is a dream come true. He's never been happier in his life. This is a great singles accolade for him. Congratulations to Xavier Woods, the new King of the Ring. After this, SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch saying she doesn't want to exchange the titles with Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Becky thinks it might just be time for Becky Two Belts to become a thing again. The main event of that night would be a title exchange, since the SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch was drafted to Raw, and the Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair was drafted to SmackDown. So they would have to exchange the titles. After this, we got a vignette for NXT talent Xia Li, who has been drafted to SmackDown. She is now a member of SmackDown, and a vignette aired for her coming arrival. After this, we got a Crown Jewel rematch with Mansoor defeating Mustafa Ali in the ring. Mansoor using a little bit of chicanery like Mustafa Ali taught him, and that was able to get him the victory in the end. After this, we got Hit Row's debut with Isaiah Swerve Scott and Top Dollar defeating Dustin Lawyer and Daniel Williams. Hit Row is someone who I've looked forward to. They are a great stable on NXT, and I just hope they haven't called them up too soon, but I could honestly see them being a great team on the main roster. After this, we got Happy Corbin versus Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. If Happy Corbin won, he would receive a Intercontinental Championship match in the future. Happy Corbin was able to pick up the win after a little outside interference from Madcap Moss attacking Rick Boogs. After this, Happy Corbin will receive a championship match in the future. They really were building that up this week of people receiving championship matches in the future. They have not announced what the next pay-per-view will be after Survivor Series. They're saying they might not do a December pay-per-view, but I imagine they will be doing a TLC or something. They hinted at very strongly on last night's Raw. After this, we got the title change where Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair were basically in the ring, and this was, I believe it was Sean Ross Sapp on Twitter who said this is the cringiest segment I've ever seen. But apparently this was all Charlotte Flair backstage saying, I don't want to do this. She originally wanted to drop her title to Bianca Belair before Crown Jewel, so that way Bianca Belair felt more involved in the match, but it never happened, and she did not want to do this segment. So she decided, I'm going to destroy this segment as much as I can. She tried to come out and say it was an accident, but no one believes her. Charlotte Flair has apparently gone into business for herself. And if she wasn't Charlotte Flair, if she was any other talent, I imagine she would be gone in a couple weeks. They would have her drop the title and they would release her. But she's Charlotte Flair, so maybe they'll keep her around for a little longer. Charlotte and Becky basically finally exchanged titles. And after this, Sasha Banks came out and challenged Becky and Charlotte. Becky said Charlotte and Sasha can decide who is the champion, and that is who she will face at Survivor Series. She then exited the ring. Sasha and Charlotte brawled, with Sasha laying out Charlotte Flair to end the show. That is the first time that really Charlotte Flair has been laid out by Sasha Banks. On the Blue Brand, she did it a couple times on Raw, so maybe they're building for Sasha to take the title off her so they could release her. I don't know. Apparently, Charlotte has a very big no-compete clause, so maybe she can't go to AEW. I don't know what's going to happen there. And that was your Smackdown review, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to your Raw review with WWE Champion Big E kicking us off. Big E said his New Day brother Xavier Woods did what he always wanted to do and became King of the Ring. Big E then said at Crown Jewel, Drew McIntyre gave it his all, and he deserves his applause. Drew McIntyre was an amazing opponent for him, and he was very happy that he had that match with Drew. But now he wants to know what's next for him. And then Seth Rollins came out to challenge Big E for the WWE Championship. And Big E said, "You lost the edge in Hell in a Cell. Get to the back of the line, man." Then Rey Mysterio came out and said, "If I needed to wait in line, here's my resume." Listed off every title win he's ever had. Seth Rollins did the same. Kevin Owens did the same. And Finn Balor did the same. Kevin Owens then came out and said, "Look, Seth, we're back in Houston where I beat you for the Universal Championship. Your head was right there where Big E's feet are. Your feet were right there where Ray's feet are." And Seth Rollins just went in and beat the shit out of Kevin Owens. They had a big brawl, and Seth Rollins escapes the ring. Sonya Deville came out and announced they will compete in a fatal four-way match, but since it is the main event of the season premiere of Raw, it will be a fatal four-way ladder match. That was very cool to see. I really enjoyed that. I think that Monday Night Raw was like, fuck it, let's just pull out all the stops for this and make this the best Monday Night Raw we've seen in a long time. After this, we got a triple threat tag team match, which would determine the number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Later on in the night, we would get a Raw Tag Team Championship match, and it would be between the Street Profits, the Dirty Dogs, and Alpha Academy. And the Dirty Dogs would come out ahead in a very quick match after Omos interfered and cost the Street Profits the match. But because it's a triple threat match, there is no disqualifications. He cost the Street Profits, and the Dirty Dogs are your new number one contenders for later on in the night. After this, we got the coronation of Queen Zelina Vega. I was really happy they chose Zelina Vega for this. Zelina Vega is the perfect person to win the first ever Queen of the Ring tournament. I'm just going to call it Queen of the Ring because the Queen Crowns tournament, it just doesn't sound right. So Queen of the Ring to me is what I'm going to call this. Zelina Vega